help kids understand where food comes from and how it affects their person, then you spark their curiosity. And once you've done that, the whole world opens up. So you show a student how to put a seed in the ground and that it turns into pounds and pounds and pounds of tomatoes. You've got them hooked. They're going to try that food. And that leads to the consumption that we ultimately will want. So how do we get there? We have to hook them. We have to teach them. We have to honor and respect their ability to learn. And that's how we've structured all the work that we do at Whole Kids Foundation. My name is Nona Evans, and I'm the Executive Director for Whole Kids Foundation. When Whole Kids Foundation was an idea, it started with an effort to educate Whole Foods Market shoppers and team members about how important the food kids eat at school was and still is today. So we took that idea and have built programs around it so that we can make sure the food that our students eat at school every single day is as nutritious as possible. 10 years ago, we knew salad bars in a school cafeteria would work because we have salad bars in our stores, we know food, so we were able to make those investments well ahead of anybody else thinking that was a good idea. 10 years later, salad bars have been shown to be the most effective way to increase fruit and vegetable consumption at school.
I'm Jamie Davis, and I'm an associate professor in the Department of Nutritional Sciences at UT Austin. I'm a clinical researcher, and I have studied childhood obesity for the past 2 decades. And we did a lot of clinical trials sponsored by National Institute of Health and other nonprofits and federal grants, and developed all these clinical trials to try to reduce obesity, but we never had such a great, profound effect as when we did a nutrition, gardening, and cooking program. And so that type of intervention seemed to have the biggest impact on getting kids to eat fruits and vegetables, changing their preference and their willingness to try, but also on decreasing obesity-related risk factors. We just completed a large cluster randomized control trial that was funded by the National Institute of Health, and that was to test the effects of a 1-year school gardening, cooking, and nutrition intervention. And we just got the results. It was on over 3,000 kids, 16 different schools from the greater Austin area, and the results showed that kids in the Texas Sprouts program increased their vegetable intake by about a half serving a day. And we also did blood measures. We did fasting blood draws on these kids, and we saw that their glucose control improved. So it's the first garden-based study that had kind of biomarkers, and we saw an improvement in decreasing type 2 diabetes risk factors in kids.
So for the first 5 years, Whole Kids Foundation was really building our basic primary programs, so funding salad bars and school gardens and teaching teachers about healthy eating. What we learned in that time was the importance of human capacity to make school gardens really incredibly effective. And that's where partners come in, partners like Peas and Texas Sprouts. We have partners all over the country, whether it's the Farm to School program in San Diego or City Sprouts in Boston. So we knew that if we could connect all of the people supporting school gardens, collectively we'd all be more effective. So very early we were able to invest in creating a network that would connect all of the people and hence all of the resources. So we are so excited that today there is a robust school garden network that connects over 12,000 school gardens and 400 school garden coordinators. And what that means is nobody's reinventing the wheel.
Even before we became the community farm, I got support as a classroom teacher from Whole Kids Foundation, and they've been a part of our journey the entire way. And the funding, of course, is essential for our programming, but also we've built new relationships because of Whole Kids Foundation. They've introduced us to other funders, other partners. They've been encouraging. They've just been here to hear when we're stressed out and help us work through things. They just, encourage us to go along and keep up the good work for the community. And they are a part of the community, so we know we're not alone.
What we know is that when kids know where their food comes from, they're more willing to try a long list of healthy fruits and vegetables. So the first reason school gardens are important is because it gives kids exposure to where food comes from. It's not out of a can or a box at the grocery store. It starts with a seed and a garden and love, and the opportunity for a child to nurture a plant. Plant a seed. It doesn't matter where you live. Grow that seed on your countertop, in the windowsill, on your patio, or even out in your backyard. The act of seeing food grow can completely transform not only your kids' perspective on food, but we as adults as well.